Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Pat Brock, and we're here on the campus of the Dublin High School Irish. And of course, it's here for Parent Night, and we've got a wonderful speaker with us tonight. And we just wanted you to kind of meet her, and so that she could tell you a little bit about herself, more of her later on. We've got Brigadier General retired Belinda Pinckney. How
Yes.
are you?
I'm so fine. How are you, Pat?
Doing great. You look so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what they say, the coloration doesn't crack.
And you're definitely a testament to that.
Thank
All right,
you.
so talk to us a little bit about you, okay? Just kind of give them a little brief history about you and what you've got going on, okay?
Yes. Well, I am the byproduct of Dublin, Georgia, and I always tell people I came from humble beginnings, but guess what? I am proud of that fact because when you have a good foundation, you can go anywhere God leads you. I am a God-fearing woman, and I've been very, very blessed. I mean, we started off in Katy Dublin Village, and people that know that area, it was an area that primarily had a lot of underserved, in the community. But, just because you may have started from humble beginnings does not necessarily mean that's your path. There's a path for you, and for those who do believe, and I'm one of those that really believe, I say that where you start does not determine where you will end up.
Absolutely.
And I've been very, very fortunate enough to have been in some great positions. I didn't plan on coming into the military, but because I did, the military introduced me to a lot of things. I traveled around the world.
Right.
I was placed in a lot of leadership positions, and the reward for being in one leadership position and doing a great job was to give you a leadership position in a higher grade and level. And so I did that.
Yeah.
And I did that because I love people.
Right.
And I love serving people. And I became a leader, and I realized that for leaders, if you only prepare the resources and surround yourself with competent people, encourage them, nurture them, mentor them, give them the guidance they need to go out and execute. Guess what? You don't have to worry about your career.
Yeah.
They'll take care of you because you have taken care of them.
And
So
you've always lived that way.
I've always lived that way. My mom taught me early on, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Right.
Don't pass judgment on people. It served me very well. So, the foundation started at home.
Yeah.
It was amplified in the church. Going to kindergarten at, I don't know if you know the area, the Howard Chapel United Methodist Church.
Yes, yes.
That was the humble beginnings.
Wow.
Had great teachers that loved kids, invested in kids, helped them to form the spiritual growth path that they needed, being amplified from home, but also talking about the importance of getting a good education. Yeah. And so when I was asked to come here tonight to speak briefly to the importance of the relationship between teachers and parents and how they really enhance each other's, and it's only to benefit the kid, the child, the student, our future, then I was happy to do so.
Oh, and we're so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Because, just your life is a testimony.
Yes.
And you do know you're in history books, right?
Well, that's just talk, I say, to whom much is given, much is required. And God has truly blessed me.
Absolutely.
Abundantly. But he doesn't bless people to keep that internally. He blesses us to be a blessing to others. And I try to do my part.
And that's what you're doing and coming back here, giving back, and just watching the kids and the parents as they were intently listening to you.
Well, I love making a difference. If we don't invest in our future would be our students, our kids.
Right.
Who will?
Absolutely.
And we travel down these roads, and we have a lot of experience. And so our shoulders are broad.
Yes.
We're standing on the shoulders of some. And so then when we get that experience and that knowledge, then our shoulders broaden. So then these young, the future, these young students come and they get to stand on our shoulders.
Absolutely.
And then at some point in time, their shoulders grow.
Yeah.
And so they should be inviting the new future to be standing on their shoulders.
And see, it's like you're planting seeds.
Yes, you have
and
to.
another one waters.
That's exactly right.
And God is providing the increase on
That's
that.
right. And given the statistics, especially with some not graduating from high school, we need everyone engaged, and we need a deliberate plan to make a difference. in the lives of these young students.
Right. And and it does take a firm foundation. Or even if the foundation is not so firm, there's so many different other
So many different
outlets and
paths
support
that's
systems that you can
exactly right.
have.
That's exactly
Because
right.
a lot of times people say because of the way their upbringing is
Right.
the reason why they're this way.
Right.
I don't always believe
I
that
don't.
simply because,
You put them in the right environment,
yes.
they will rise to the, you give them that support,
Yeah.
and that direction,
Yeah.
they will rise to the
Absolutely.
occasion.
And you've got to make a conscious choice and effort
That's right.
to do it.
It's deliberate.
Absolutely. Well, we're so glad that you deliberately joined us this evening.
Thank you. Thanks to the invitation.
Yes.
By the principal. I mean, I tell them, if I'm in this area, use me up.
Absolutely. Well, listen, we look forward to talking to you again in depth
Okay.
when you have time to make room for us here at TV 35.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Brigadier General Retired Belinda Pinckney.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Choose the convenience of Neighbors Express and get friendly, courteous service every time you visit any of our convenient locations. Fill up with pay at the pump and take advantage of our bigger and better selection of beverages and tobacco products. And buy 12 packs of Pepsi products, 2 for $6.99. Enjoy the popular crushed ice with your favorite fountain drink. Also enjoy a fresh, hot breakfast. Stop by for lunch or dinner. It's always fresh, always convenient at Neighbors Express. Now located at I-16 and 441 and in Cedar Grove, providing farm fuel for all our customers. Count on the convenience of Neighbors Express.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Dublin High School with the great principal himself, Dr. Tyrone Kellogg, for Parent Night. And they're, of course, having a spaghetti dinner for the parents and, of course, getting their grades, getting their report cards. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing very well. A huge crowd, a huge turnout tonight.
Oh, yeah. Great participation. It's a joy to see when you have so many parents that came out tonight to show interest for their kids' education. You know?
Absolutely. You saw a lot of parents who are still in uniform getting off work.
Yes.
And to see that kind of parent involvement, and you saw a lot of dual parents. You saw the mom and the dad out here.
Right. Just like I said again, just the participation, parents getting off from work and coming straight here and just wanting to be a part of this night was it's an awesome experience for our staff as well as the parents, I'm sure.
Right, absolutely. Now talk us through tonight. What happened tonight? What's happening?
Well, tonight we, in coming up with Family Night tonight, when we came in, we had a guest speaker that happened to be in town in Dublin tonight, a one-star general that was here tonight.
Yeah, that was a retired Brigadier General
Right.
Belinda Pinckney.
Right.
We'll get to talk with her in just a little bit.
Right, and she's one of our staff members' aunt, and since she was in town, wanted to have her come out and talk to the teachers and the parents about the importance of the relationship that parents and teachers should have, or educators and parents should have. And we started off with her. She did a great job. Mr. Anthony Smith, who's come in and been a great mentor here in the school for our at-risk youth. He led us in prayer and just started us off. And we just tried to give the parents some things that we offer here at the school that they don't know about, that the kids may not be talking about at home, but they know now that it exists, and they know all the things that they can take advantage of to help their kids be successful here at Dublin High School.
Absolutely. And so here it is. You've got, normally when they get report cards, my kids would bring them home from school.
Right.
But you've got the parents, you've got the family coming out, you're feeding them.
Right. We decided not to allow our kids to take report cards home anymore. We have a parent night. Tonight we had a family night
Right.
to hand out report cards to the parents. And even after tonight, we hold the report cards, and the parents still have to come to the high school to pick the report cards up. So we make sure that we have that interaction with the parents, and the parents know that their kid has a report card, what date those report cards come out on, and those type of things.
And that says a lot about you as a leader to actually decide to implement something such as that. Tell us about your team here working to coordinate this event.
Well, our leadership team has done an awesome job. Miss Ingram, Miss Howard, Mr. Zell. I hate I start naming them because I'm going to
leave somebody out. You're bound to leave.
But all of
But you've got
all
a
of
big
the
staff
department heads or counselors or APs, great staff that's involved in planning this, and we've been trying to plan and coordinate it with Mr. Strickland with the Miss Lisa at the board and our cafeteria staff. We said we had the real spaghetti tonight. You know, I guess the bad spaghetti that we don't have at school during the day.
So you had So you had the cafeteria staff here. You had your APs. You had teachers here.
Teachers, right? The teachers had to be here. Everyone at school had to be here to field any questions from the parents, to set up conferences after they receive the report cards, and just be accessible to the parents so they can say, I've had a face-to-face with that parent. Because again, here at Dublin High School, we are very interested in building those relationships with the parents and the kid.
And just to see some of the parents looking for the teachers and, you know, introducing themselves and actually thanking the teachers for the work that they do with their children is just something to see, and it's nice to see.
Oh, it is. When that relationship begins to be built, that's double teaming that child to get that kid where he or she may need to be later on down the line in life.
Absolutely, and to see all of you working together the way that you're doing and the way you're communicating, because that's very important too in building relationships, and you want to have that with the parents, with the students, with the teachers, administration.
We know the old slogan used to be, it takes a village to raise a child, and I think at some point or another, we've kind of gotten away from that, and we need to get back to realizing that it still takes a village to raise a child, and we need to all, community, parents, teachers, you know, educators, everyone has to play a role in making sure that our kids receive the best education they can receive, the soft skills that they need, the job skills that they need to help them become as successful as they can be.
Absolutely, and that's the bottom line.
Bottom line.
That's the bottom line, and you all seem to be doing just that.
Right.
And you know, with the students too, it requires them making the right choices.
Right. It does.
Because they've got all the tools necessary. Is that correct?
Right. And having that parent involved and the teacher involved and them having the conversations that they have, it even helps with the decision that kid makes, because they know that everybody's involved in this circle.
Right.
And there's nothing that kid can hide from the teacher or from the parent because of that relationship.
Right.
And so that helps that kid make the right decision a lot of times, because that teacher's going to tell or that parent's going to tell.
Somebody's going to tell.
Somebody's going to tell.
And you know, you look at the millennials, you know, and you see how fortunate they are, because if you go back in history, you know, I can take myself for instance, you know, growing up in the 70s, my father worked all the time, and so I didn't have my dad come into parent-teacher conferences. I didn't have that. And as a parent myself, I was always there with my children. 4 days a week I volunteered within the school. And so you see the difference there, even though I didn't receive what I felt that I needed as a kid, you know, with having a parent were able to go. You know, during that time they had to work. But, you know, as a parent, it's very important.
It is.
It's very important. So, Dr. Kellogg, what is your message that you want to get out to the parents of the students, not just at Dublin High School, but just students, period, and involving them with their academic success?
The message is twofold. One is the importance of parental involvement.
Right.
Parents have to get involved with their kids' education, and they have to know what the school's part in providing an education for their kid, what questions to ask. And I think as we begin to the second part of that is the relationship between the school and the parent. As we begin to build that relationship, those parents become less afraid of coming out and asking questions about what their kid needs, you know, how their kid's doing, what happened with their kid, and it's a conversation that's built around bringing in elements that makes the child better, as opposed to a parent coming out and feeling like the kid is being beat down, or a parent coming out and beating the teacher down.
That happens too.
That happens as well. So we just want it to be a productive conversation. Like I said, a conversation that has substance and not built on circumstance or something that may have happened, and this is why I'm out here, but I'm out here all the time and doing everything I need to do to make sure that my kid is being held responsible for his part in this educational factor, and the educator's being held accountable for their part in this educational factor. And me being here makes me accountable as a parent.
Right. So everybody has a fair share in it.
Everybody has a fair share in it.
And what do you say for parents who, like if there's a single parent home where the parent works all the time and is unable to make some of the meetings such?
Make the meetings that you can. Email, phone calls.
Right.
Stay in touch with the teachers, stay in touch with the principal, whoever you have to contact with at that school that has a relationship with your kid, to make sure that you have an advocate for your kid in the school building.
Right.
And make sure that understand the relationships that's being built with your kids. And here we try to tell our kids we love them every single day. Right. And we try to show them that, and we try to model that to them. And we try to model relationship building and all those type things, so that helps our students.
Very good. Well, we're certainly appreciative of everything that you all do, you and as well as your staff do for the students here at Dublin High School, for the community, because you're definitely teaching and training leaders, our future leaders.
Okay. Thanks for your time.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Tyrone Kellogg, the principal of Dublin High School.
Hello, I'm Jessica Hutchison, Community Relations Representative with Pruitt Health Hospice. The first thing I would like to mention is just to give you a definition of what hospice is. We are a compassionate care for people facing a life-limiting illness. A lot of questions people like to ask is what covers hospice services. And so I'd like to tell everyone that Medicare and Medicaid cover hospice at 100%, as well as most private insurances. We also cover patients wherever they reside, whether it be in home, in a nursing home, or in assisted living. Our nurses are trained in pain management, and we also provide spiritual and emotional support to our patients and families. Part of our team, we have nurse case managers, we have CNAs, chaplains, social workers, as well as volunteers. Please call us at Pruitt Health Hospice of Swainsboro. We're here, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We want to be there for you and your family. Please give us a call.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're here for Parents' Night, and they had a special spaghetti dinner for the parents and the students. And we've got a wonderful family here with us this evening. We're going to let them introduce themselves to you, okay? We'll start with you, young lady.
Well, my name is Alexis Stanley. I attend Dublin High School, of course. I'm part of the DHS varsity cheerleading team, and I also in a dance team with the DHS band. So, yeah, I really enjoy this school a lot.
And we enjoy seeing you doing all these wonderful things, Alexis. And you're a junior this year?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. And, of course, here's your father. Talk to us.
My name is Ramon Stanley. I'm the father of Alexis Stanley, my beautiful daughter here. And we're out here to the teacher parents conference. Eating some good old spaghetti.
You know, it's so good. And, of course, your wife is here with you. And so we just want to make sure we note that both our parents are here with us. You know, give us a little feedback about tonight and getting the information that you did receive. And then, of course, having Brigadier General retired Pinckney kind of give some words of encouragement, too. Give us some feedback. We'll start with you, baby. Go ahead.
Well, first, I would like to say this school, like the principal and everything, they really push us and make sure we stay on track, and they do not play at all. Yeah, they make sure we, keep track. Yeah.
That's good. All right, Dad.
Come
in a little bit with us.
Coming to the conferences are very important, so you can know where your children stand. There's a lot of information they share with us, and a lot of the parents need to come and get involved in everything that's going on with the school and the kids' grades and everything.
Absolutely. And Ramon, of course, I know you and your wife from when we were in school.
Right.
And so as having attended here and now being a parent, what kind of feeling does that give you as a dad?
It goes fast.
Yeah.
It goes fast. My baby about to graduate. She's just in 11th grade. And they grow fast.
Yeah, they really do. They really do. And for you, you've got a great support system.
Yes.
How do you feel about that support system? Because here you are, you're getting your report cards. A lot of times they just send them with the student. But they're, here at Dublin High School, you have to come out here.
Yes, ma'am.
And so how do you feel about having a great support system as you do?
Well, I'm very lucky for one to have a support system, because some parents are not able to come out and do that. So I'm very lucky to have parents that actually have my back.
Absolutely. And they talk a lot about making sure that the parents, Ramon, have a good relationship with the teachers and the administration. How do you feel about that?
Oh, it's good. It's good. Dr. Kellogg is a very good principal. And a lot of the lesson teachers, they're very important also.
Right.
And it's just great.
Absolutely. Now, Alexis, how do you keep balance? You're involved in a lot of different things, and you know you've got to keep your grades up. Being a
Yes,
student,
ma'am.
how do you do that? How do you maintain that?
Well, it gets hard a lot, but
Yeah.
I just make sure I balance one or the other at the same time. You know, have practice, and after practice I go home, study, do my homework and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
got to make sure I keep on top of the grades.
Very good. Well, listen, it's so good to see you all out here. Ramon, we appreciate what you and Abina do to instill the things within your children the way you do.
No problem at all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, these are the Stanleys. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it's so nice to see parents and with their children here to see how involved they are. We got the Hardys with us now. We're going to let them all introduce themselves to you. And we'll start with the kids and then we'll end up with their mom. All right, young lady, you're first. Talk to us.
My name is Zakiya Hardy. I'm in 10th grade. I'm and I'm a sophomore.
What things are you involved in, Miss Hardy?
Dublin High School Auxiliary.
Do you have any activities that you're involved in or any kind of clubs that you do here?
I attend JRTC.
Oh, you're in JRTC. Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
What about you, sir?
My name is Zakiya Hardy. I'm a freshman and I attend GRTC.
Both of you. So do you two tend to work well together?
No.
No. But here you are, and you're still making it work. And this is the mom right here. Talk to us
Yes.
if you would.
My name is Michelle Hardy. My husband is Kevin Hardy. I have my two children here, Zakiya and Zakel. And I have also two other children, Marius Watson, he's in 7th grade. He attends Dublin Middle School.
Yep.
And my little baby, Camilla Hardy, she's in kindergarten at Susie Dash.
So you are stretched with all of these kids.
Elementary, middle, and high school.
And I want to say something about you as a parent. When I taught your son drama, if there were any kind of incidences with your son in the school, you made your presence known. And I commend you as a mom for that.
I'm Ken Nugent. One call, that's all.
And you definitely are one call, that's all. And so we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Now, you two, how does it feel for you to have parents who are so involved as yours are?
I'm grateful for
Yeah.
them.
What about you, son?
I'm grateful also.
Wow, grateful kids. Do they appear grateful to you? Sometimes. Every now and again.
Fix it, Jesus.
Fix it, Jesus. You know, it's so important, you know, as parents to
Yes.
be involved in our children's academic
Very.
success.
Very.
How is it for you as a parent in making sure that you keep that relationship going with their teachers and the administration and knowing what's going on with them?
It comes to being involved, you know, and then you have to think back when you was a child. It was hard, so you got to make them understand that you was once in that same situation, and you got through it as well.
You're
so
right.
if I can get through it, and times has changed,
Yes.
it's 2016, and it's different type of things that you can learn, and different types of technology. So
Right.
it's possible.
It is possible.
It's possible.
It is possible. And you know, you two talked about, you know, being able to work well together. You know, it's so important as siblings, especially when you're going to the same school, to be able to have one another's backs.
Right.
So tonight here was a chance for the parents and the staff of the school to be able to kind of get together,
Right.
to have the PowerPoint, and they talked about different things. You got the report cards.
Right.
As a parent, how was tonight for you?
I'm very, very happy of my children. I'm proud of them.
So you must have gotten some pretty good grades.
Of course.
Of course.
We don't play them games.
How was it for you all tonight?
It was good.
What about you, sir?
Also good.
You two are saying the same answers. You do know that you are aware that you two are mimicking one another.
That's him.
And so we're just glad to have you all here. Glad, Mom, that you all are so involved in your children's academic success and that there's a great staff here that's helping support that.
Exactly. Dublin High, go Irish.
All right. Thank you, ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Hardys, everyone.
This is the Century 21 team, and we're here to help you win your game. George Durden,
Ann Adams,
Ruth Watson,
Charlene Lamb,
Delton Lamb, Jay Brantley,
Raina Dubberly, Leanne Walker, Jody Tanner,
Beverly Forbes,
Pam Tillery, Yvonne Robertson,
Benny Helton, David Deeves,
Jim Jarrett. Put the Century 21 team to work for you today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got another family with us. We've got the Basins. How are you all this evening?
We're great.
Good to see you both.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, Holden, introduce yourself to everyone. We know you've been doing some great things. I want you to tell us about that, okay?
Well, my name is Holden Baisden. I'm a senior here at Dublin High School. I play football, baseball, and basketball. And I'm also involved in the Better Club outside of school.
Smart and a great athlete. Mother, could you even ask for anything more?
I could not. I am so proud of Holden. He's my only child, and he graduated this year, so I am very, very excited about that.
Oh my goodness, so you're going to college. Have you decided where or?
Not yet. I'm still waiting. I got, hopefully I'm being blessed with a baseball scholarship, hopefully.
Woo, that would be so wonderful. And you know where your mama's going to be right there on the side. And so, would you tell us about how tonight was for you? Because it's so, what they're doing here is making sure that the parents and the teachers are on with one accord into making sure that the kids are successful here at Dublin High School. How was it?
It was very important for me tonight. I count it as truly a blessing to have a principal that's so involved with the experienced kids, which are the 12th graders on down to the 9th grader, to get all involved. The information that they gave us was so informative, and all the teachers are on board, on key, excited about helping our students, and I'm very, very excited about that.
And that's so good to hear. Holden, this is your senior year.
Yes, ma'am.
How has this year been for you?
This year been good. It's been relaxed, and it's just basically finishing, really. Just finishing. Everything been about finishing, because you don't finish, then all the hard work I put in, 3 years just go to waste, so.
Yeah, you have to finish strong, and especially your senior year, you want to make sure that you're not procrastinating, that you're getting those assignments done, and that you are thinking forward concerning your future. So that's a good thing. Of course, with you with Beta, and of course you're smiling, so you must have had some good grades.
Yes, ma'am.
That's very good. And as a parent, and especially a parent to a senior mama, you got a lot of mixed emotions.
I do. It's kind of bittersweet. Like I say, he's the only child. I'm happy and sad.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of him. He's doing dual enrollment. So when he finished his senior year, he's also go on to college and be a sophomore when he starts. So that's very exciting about football. He hadn't played since middle school, and he started out wanting to play his senior year, and he just taking off like light. So it is bittersweet. So I'm happy, sad.
Yes. You can understand that, can't you, Holden?
Yes, ma'am.
And Holden, you throughout your life, you've had a great support system. And what has that been like for you? Because not every child has that. And when you realize that, you know how fortunate you are.
It's good to have, you got a mom and a dad supporting you behind you, and they're going to tell you from right from wrong. I mean, every time it might not be right.
Right.
But I'll be happy about it at that moment. But I'm living on the road, I'm happy about it, because it's good to have some discipline in your life.
Absolutely. And you said the key word about discipline, and that is something when you're not always told what you want to hear, but that's part of parenting. And to have you, Ms. Peggy, here, and the way you support and stand by your child is really a blessing. With you and your husband.
Yes, it is. My husband couldn't be here tonight because I left work to come straight here, so he's at
still
home.
Got your tag on and everything?
Yeah, I still got my tag on. I'm representing breast cancer awareness all this week, all this month, so I'm very excited. I'm ready, and like I say, happy and sad about him graduating, but I'm ready for him to get out. He have worked so hard, never had to make him do any homework. He's just a disciplined child, and I just thank God for that. I couldn't ask for a better child.
You see how blessed your parents are. Never have to be told to do your homework. That's really a blessing, and that does show the discipline, and that does, we talk about having to make a conscious effort, and he's making that decision on his own. You've been taught and you've been given the tools that you need, but you as a young man, you're making those decisions on your own. And so that's a very good quality that you have, so that when you do go to college on that scholarship, you'll still know how to handle yourself accordingly. All right, we're proud of you as a community. You know that, right?
Thank you.
And you've got great parents to boot.
All right.
Any last words for you guys?
No, just thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and God bless.
God
Just
bless
keep
you.
us up, lifted up in your prayers.
Amen. The Basins, everyone. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it's so nice to be able to talk to the parents here of Dublin High School, and we've got another parent whose daughter is doing amazingly here at Dublin High School as well as in the community. How are you?
I'm great. I am great.
Why don't you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, I am Sheree Sinette Blackwell, and my daughter is Kennedy Blackwell Lewis, and she's in the 12th grade at Dublin High School.
And tell us a little bit about what Miss Kennedy has going on.
Oh, well, Miss Kennedy has everything going on. God has definitely blessed Kennedy and I. Kennedy's a 12th grade at Dublin High School. Her aspirations are to attend Harvard this year. If not Harvard, Yale, and if not Yale, she'll settle for Princeton or either Columbia. Kennedy's aspirations is to be a child psychologist. Mom wants her to be a child psychiatrist, but Mom's going to kind of like deal with that. I'm going to let her do her things, but she does have a lot going on. She's very active in the community. She's very active with the youth. She's active with her church group, so she has just been a blessing from the Lord, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. And how has this journey been for you, Mom? Because as being an involved parent, as much as you are, and your daughter's involved in so many things, that too causes you to be stretched a little bit. So how has this journey been for you?
Absolutely. It's definitely the Lord leading. Right. That's what I can tell you. Definitely the Lord leading. And it's been a great experience, one that I'm willing to share and bless with other parents.
Right.
I believe that God blesses us to bless others. So I'm really excited about the journey, the different types of hats that I had to wear that I wasn't even aware of that you had to take on as a parent. And I'm really, really just happy about that.
Yes, and the fact that you were willing to take them on, because a lot of times as parents, you know, we have the different hats that we have to wear, but it's all about the choice in how we want to be as parents and how effective we want to be with our children.
Yes, absolutely. It comes down to the spirit of obedience. Yeah. And it's very important to have a village around you when you're having your child and once you also have that child. And one of the things that the generation before me had taught me was once you have a child, you no longer have your own personal life for at least 18 or 20 years. So it is now the dedication to that child because the Lord has blessed you to be an instrument for that child.
Absolutely. I'm a mother of 3, and of course my oldest is 21.
Oh,
so it's
oh gosh.
I still have, you know, 2 that are in school, but so I understand that wholeheartedly.
Yes.
And so for an event like this, you know, to have parent night to where, you know, they feed you, they have the lecture as far as the PowerPoint, you know, they had guest speakers like Brigadier General Retired Pinckney come out, and to receive your report cards.
Yes.
How was this event for you tonight?
It was great. It was great. You know, it actually touched me to see so many parents and families out here this evening. You know, just to know that we as a culture understand the importance of our child's education. That was just so blessed to see that today. And I just thank the school system for having these type of events for our parents and our children.
Absolutely. And you know, and this is a great thing. A lot of times you see the parents having to get off work. You all have to get off work to come in, and some having to come in uniform, but the fact that you all are here.
Absolutely.
So it's wonderful to see you out here.
Yes.
We're so proud of the work that Kennedy is doing.
Thank you.
First runner-up for Miss Black Dublin as well.
Yes, I know.
Her first
chance.
pageant.
Absolutely.
You know,
it's all God.
Yes,
it's all God.
so proud of her, and her aspirations are so high, even the ones that she would settle for.
Yes.
An Ivy Leaguer, Rhodes Scholar, all the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I thank you guys for the support you've given us.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
And we're so thankful for you as a parent.
Thank you.
All right?
Absolutely. God bless.
Good to see you. All right, you know, during this event we had they had some different booths set up, and of course we've got the District 5 Director for the Georgia PTA with us, Mr. Thomas Wheeler. How are you, sir?
I'm very fine. Thank you very much.
Very good. You know, to see you out here for Parent Night, to see you all set up, tell us about that, okay?
Yes, this is our opportunity to do a membership drive. We have a $5 membership that we charge. The members do get worth for their money. They could get discounts and things of that nature at Office Max and other things. Also, we will have a Solero program coming on board soon. It's a three software program, 3 subjects: English Language Arts, Math, and Science. K to 12.
Very good.
That, as a PTA member paid, you will be able to have access to this in the very near future.
That's very good.
Yes.
Did you have a lot of parents sign up tonight?
Yes, we had a great, successful sign-up program.
Okay.
The parents was excited about getting that software program, educational software program, and we are going to have a great year.
Very good. You know, to have a parent night like this and to have you all set up, is this something that you commonly would do?
Well, this really is my first opportunity to come to a parent night at Dublin High School. I believe this is probably the first and most successful one.
Oh, good.
Also, Dr. Callall has really thought out of the box about parents. And we are, and myself personally, are going to promote Dublin High as the model school for the nation for Georgia in parent involvement.
Very good, very good. That's wonderful. And you all have some other things coming up too as well?
At this time, we're going to have my fall conference. It's going to be October the 28th at 6 o'clock.
October 28th at 6 o'clock.
Yes, at Heritage Elementary School, Macon, Georgia.
Macon, Georgia, at Heritage Elementary.
Yes,
Very
parents, administrators, people in the community that wants to know more about PTA and what our advocacy program, how to run an organization, meetings and things of that nature, and who would just love the children.
Right, right.
We're
And that's what it's about,
come.
isn't it?
Yes,
that is what it's about.
Yes.
And we just appreciate everything that you all are doing. And who's the president? You said that the...
Oh, our president is Ms. Barbara Dixon.
Very good. Wanted to make sure you mentioned her.
Yes, yes. And don't forget to vote no on Amendment 1.
On Amendment 1. That's right.
Don't
all right.
forget.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Wheeler, for everything that you all do.
Yes, thank you.
All right. This is the District 5 Director, ladies and gentlemen.